So I got this question. It was one of the first ones, and it was, how do you put your personal and your professional vision in one sheet? And it's a really, really good question. So many people have that. They're just wondering if there are these sort of disparate or different parts of your vision, how do you combine them and can you combine them? And my answer is absolutely. We want to make sure that our vision is holistic. We want to make sure that it integrates all facets of our life. And there's a few different reasons for that. So on the one hand, we talk about vision is really all about the evidence that you've gotten to where you wanted to go. And so if you've gotten to where you wanted to go personally, some of that evidence is going to show up professionally. If you've gotten to where you wanted to go professionally, some of that evidence is going to show up personally. So a lot of that is really linking those things together, and making sure that we reference all the different facets of our life in our vision reminds us that our vision is about our whole selves, not just part of ourselves. So yes, absolutely. Like I said, you can include both your personal and professional vision in one document. And the way that I recommend doing that is by having sort of different headers. Or you can think of it like different chapters of your book. So if your full vision is the book, the full book of your entire vision, then there would be sort of these different facets represented by different chapters in that book. And so in my vision, for instance, and the visions that I work on with the clients that I work with, we'll have a section for personal growth, and then a section for professional growth, financial growth, spiritual growth, relational growth, etc. And so you really think about what facets resonate with you, but I always recommend keeping it simple and really kind of sticking to those core facets: personal, professional, financial, spiritual, if that resonates with you, and relational. Now, I have had visionaries do other different kinds of facets, but again, I always think of just keeping it simple, because it's not as important what the header is called as the content that you talk about after the header. So really focus your energy on that rather than trying to come up with a fancy title, is what I would probably say. So when you're going through this process, again, you want to think about all the different facets of your life and how, and ultimately they are going to interact and really combine to create that vision of your whole entire life as one holistic sort of vision of the future. But what it really helps us to do when we do create those different chapters of our vision, or the different facets of our vision, is it allows us to really dive in and really flesh out that aspect of our vision. So, my personal section of my vision really dives deeply into that, and it sort of allows me to kind of look at it as a bucket. And that is also really helpful when I'm working backwards from my vision to create the plan to get there. And that allows me to make sure that I'm looking at that facet of my vision, and then working backwards and thinking about my specific plan to get to the personal facet of my vision. Then when I look at the professional section of my vision, I can work backwards and create my plan for my professional growth. So it kind of helps not just in kind of thinking about your vision when you're going back and rereading it and how you can connect with different parts of your vision, but it also allows you to really have sort of a leg up when it comes to planning and making sure that you have a really easy way to work backwards again from that vision and create the roadmap to get to each of those different facets of your vision.